right, guys. Well, so we're looking at game number 3 during all of this. As we can see here, after the first 2 games, a little bit of a wacky back and forth. QXE getting pretty lucky at the start of game number 1 there with 4 Reapers and doing pretty well for himself. As we now look at game number 3 and exactly what happened during all of this. But I mean, at the very beginning, he did actually get a nice Oracle kill with a randomly placed Widowmine that I assume might have been for dealing with a Blink all-in at one point, but it was able to kill it off anyway. And go up until this point, in terms of the income, it's relatively even. 66 workers to 68 workers in total across the 3 bases, although QXE's main was probably soon to be mined out at this point because of how Terran actually works. But that's by the by. That's not what we're looking at here. What we're going to check on and focus on is the fight. Now, as you can already see, Zealots harassing the Natural are going to throw QXE a little bit off in terms of the focus when it comes to this fight going into the 3rd. As we now move on towards this fight, as we can see, there's 4 Colossi here going up against 9 Vikings. They do have +1 weapons, but ideally maybe a few more Vikings in this composition would have been a bit more ideal, as the Photon Overcharge does get activated and will shoo this away for just a little bit. And then as the fight continues on here, and Patience actually prepares to go for the engagement, the entire army here of QXE, as it moves forward when he actually goes for the engage, gets very, very clumped up. So those 4 Colossi are doing a lot of damage. And it's also important to note as to how well Patience is actually focusing down these Vikings. I can't tell if you're in shot or not. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. You're trying to figure out why you lost? He is in shot. You want me to tell? I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tell you properly. I think in the end, you don't have to take this fight. Do you have to take this fight?
So I had upgrade advantage.
You had upgrade advantage. That's why you took the fight. Here, there you go.
Okay, so basically what I was thinking, if you go
right
before this fight,
yeah,
is I checked my upgrades and I had +2 done, and
yeah,
he was at 1-1.
Okay.
And so what I'm thinking is literally any moment his +2 armor can finish.
Okay.
And so that's why I kind of ignored this attack in my natural, and that's why I push at the 3rd. Because I want to make sure this fight happens while I have upgrade advantage. And in the end, I think you're right. I didn't have enough Vikings, and I could have swung, instead of taking the fight here, I just swing my army up and sit above his 3rd and deny him mining.
But Photon Overcharge for a while is like active. Did it actually?
Yeah, but
it's inactive now.
But it's Photon Overcharge. Like, to deny mining here, all you need to do is have 2 or 3 Marines and Marauders.
And you did do this. You did do this for a while.
Yes, but then the rest of my army was here, which allowed him to take the fight. Right. If I take my whole army up there, then he has to attack the whole army.
Okay.
And you concave around the top of that ramp with just a couple of units on hold position. You deny mining, and you force him to attack up into you.
So, after looking at this engagement and how it went, obviously it didn't go very well. You would have rather not have taken a straight engagement. Because if you'd have sat up here and killed off probes as well, would you have lost equivalent? But is this as important to him as the 2nd is to you because you're mined out in your main?
The thing is, though, sitting above his 3rd is way less attention intensive than having a fight. If I sit above his 3rd, all of a sudden I can go back and defend this fine. Because I left units at home to defend it.
Yeah.
It was just that I didn't have the focus because I wanted to make sure the battle went as well as it could. If I had taken this battle decisively, it wouldn't have mattered if I had anything in my natural. I still would have won the game.
Okay. Well, guys, that does it for the analysis here. Thank you very much, QXE. And that is it. Over to Paul.